Hi guys, it's Kara here. How are you doing? This week has not been very productive for myself. Let me introduce myself. I am Kara, and on Instagram and Ravelry, I'm SK Morris too. And I just want to give a thank you to all of my subscribers and for everyone that has commented or liked my videos. I'm pleasantly surprised that I've gotten as many subscribers so far as I do. Keep watching. I'm going to try to have a video up weekly. If not, there will be a reason why, and you'll find out in the next video, and it's usually something to do with the kids or something. Okay, so this week, I have not got a ton accomplished. I had a knitting disaster, first of all. Okay, the washcloth. Let me show you the pattern again. I was starting a small project. You can see it. It's the letter C for my sister-in-law. I literally got the cast on the first four knit rows, the first 4 repeats, and was fixing to start the part where the actual C starts down at the bottom. And of course I have kids, so I laid it down, walked off, had to do whatever I did, came back. This is this side of the pattern in this little handy dandy plastic cover to keep it from getting torn up. And when I laid it down and I came back, I picked up and started knitting. I knew what row I was on, except for my last name and my mother-in-law's last name for the washcloths I'm making for us, it's an M. I started on the bottom of the M instead of the bottom of the C. So of course I'm frantically trying to tink back, which is knit spelled backwards, which means you're going backwards and taking those stitches out and correcting them for those who don't really do knitting. Maybe you only do crochet or you don't do any crafts. So I went back to correct that. And as I corrected it, I screwed that up too. So what do? I rip out the entire thing. I'm mad. I throw it down, and then I'm thinking, why did I do that? I was going to make one of those for my mother-in-law. Hers is an M. Could have just continued it and done an M, but instead, in my haste of anger, I ripped it out and threw it back in the yarn bag. So that will be recast on this coming week. An M, a C, whatever floats my boat that day. So that was my knitting disaster. On the other hand, we've had lots of stuff going on, so I haven't got a lot of knitting or crochet done this week. The little bit I did, I've gotten, we're going to talk about my progress. So this is my works in progress, or WIPs, as we like to call them. And it's my shawl. I've gotten to the point, I thought, I'm going to have this done by Easter. I'm halfway done. Yeah, when you get halfway done, it just continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger and takes longer to get across the row. So since I saw you last, I've done that much. It's getting longer, but I've done that much. And it's only grown like a couple inches. Seriously. This has got to be 29 inches across. It's at like 14 and a half. Still halfway done. So we're going to be working on that this week. Not going to get to wear it for Easter. So that's a work in progress. That's really the only work in progress I had. I had the washcloth, but as you know, that got ripped out, so that didn't happen. And then I have a hoe, or a half-finished object. It's 2 squares on my Afghan. Very excited, because I've got 6 more to go, and I can connect the last 2 rows, and then go around the edge of it, and my Afghan will be done. So I did this is kind of hard to film. Okay, let's see. Okay, we start here, go up, and across, and down. Okay, so I sewed the last row right there on. That's the last row I sewed on after I finished the 2 squares. So it's still in the progress, but I'm getting there. It won't take too much longer. 2.5 years, a few more weeks, I think I can handle that. And then I've got, let's see what else I've got. My shawlette. I was starting the washcloth again. Okay, finished objects. The only finished objects I have are stitch markers. And I only made stitch markers this week because I was so angry that I didn't get anything finished. So I made sure I had something to finish to show you. So those little tea kettles I showed you, if I can get it to stop dangling. There's one. Little teapot, like a Downton Abbey teapot. Isn't it cute? Love it. Okay, there's one. And I bought 2 of them. So this one's purples and clears, and it's hard to see the purples, but those are both purple on the top. That one, little stitch markers, they've got the little jump ring at the top. And then I just made this one with 2 little beads. It's kind of boring and plain, but I wanted a shorter one so it doesn't get in my work, the smaller projects and stuff. And they're little, that one's actually blue, and that one's like a really purpley blue. Just 2 little beads. So that's my finished objects. Woohoo! But I've also had a tooth abscess on me this week. It was pretty excruciating. I've had 3 children, 2 of them epidurals, one of them 40 minutes, so you know, you don't get much when you go from this to this and it's born in 40 minutes. Yeah, I would rather give birth again with no narcotics at home, mind you. I'd rather do it at home. I was in a hospital. Do it in the backyard for all I care. Give birth in the backyard than have an abscessed tooth ever again. Oh my gosh. So I go to the dentist. The dentist says, we need to put you on antibiotics. We need to get this drained. We need to make sure the antibiotics are in your system before we can do anything, but you're going to lose the tooth. It's a back tooth on the top. So I have to go back this Monday and have my tooth pulled. The good news is I went ahead and put in PTO so I don't have to work that day. So what am I going to do? Yeah, crochet and knit. Well, and take care of my 3-year-old, but crochet and knit. It's going to be fun. Well, I've had a tooth pulled before, so it's not going to be that bad. But I'll manage through it. I can sit in the recliner and crochet and knit while I'm on Lortab. You know, whatever. So I'm going to have that done Monday. That was the worst pain ever. I'm telling you. I feel so sorry for anybody that's went through that. That was another disaster this week, so I didn't get things done that day. I wasn't feeling so hot that day. It's not very fun. So today, instead of showing you finished objects I've done this week, I have a little special. I'm going to show you retro finished objects. Finished objects that I've done in the past that I want to show, that I just haven't got to show anybody. So one of the first objects I did, and mind you, this is with Red Heart, so it's been through the washer and dryer. It's gotten little fuzzies stuck to it. My daughter borrowed it, so it's kind of rough looking. But it's really soft now because it's went through the washer and dryer. But I made this purse. It's black on the top, and see all the little fuzzies? I've got to go through and pick all those off. And it is I think it's called the alligator teardrop or something like that. It's crocheted, and it's a little purse. It looks kind of like a little dress, and it's just the inside of the bag, you know, the bottom. Nothing fancy. It's just, it took a long time, but nothing fancy. And then it's got a little flower, but I didn't stitch the flower on. I safety pinned it on so I can actually take this off and make other flowers and put different colors on it. But that was one of the first projects I made that was of decent size, of different stitches that I hadn't worked with. So I made that. And then I made this scarf, which I made my mother-in-law one. I think I made my mother-in-law one. I made her a scarf, but I don't remember if it was like this. No, I made them infinity scarves. This one is considered an infinity scarf, but it can also be just a regular scarf. It's with the chunky yarn, I think it's Lion brand, but I can't remember it's not wool, but it's thick and quick, I think. But it's just a double crochet stitch, nothing, it was a free pattern, nothing major. And you can twist it around, like so. But what's really cool about it, you can make it like that, but it also has buttons. You just sew the buttons on and you put them in the holes wherever you want them, so you can actually make it as a regular scarf and just wrap it around and not have to use the buttons. But I thought they were cute. They're kind of ugly buttons, but I didn't have any buttons. It's really all I had. So I made that, and then I made this hat for myself. I love this hat. It's like a little page boy, newspaper boy hat. Of course, my hair's kind of fluffy. I do think I did a little tight right here because I have to really straighten the brim out to make it stay. And I should have put something in there to straighten it, but I think if I starched it or something before I put it on, let it dry with some starch on it, it might work. Of course, I wouldn't want to put an iron to acrylic. But it's just a double crochet hat with a little flower on it. And the little flower, what's really cool about it is, if I can take it off, I've got it stuck. Okay, it has a button that I sewed onto the hat. So you can wear it with just a button. Or the center of the button, the center of the flower, where's your chain, just goes right on there. and you can button the flower on. And I can make different flowers for it. I can put a butterfly on it. I can put whatever I want to crochet and put on it. I can change it out. I thought that was pretty cute. You can change it out. But everybody liked it when I made it. So I was like, well, I'll wear it. I don't really wear hats. Baseball hats in the summer, but that's about it. So then I went from, okay, well, I can make that. I can make, my son is 3 and loves the Minions. This hat, I literally had to tell him the other day, no, son, you can't wear it. It's 72 degrees outside. You cannot wear your Minion hat. It's too hot. He's wearing shorts and flip-flops. This is his Minion. Is he not so cute? He's got hair. And I've also made my husband's cousin. She wanted one for her friend's birthday. She's in high school. And she wanted one, so I made her one. It kind of looks weird because it's been in the car, so it's kind of funny looking right now. The eyes are like all crazy. And he's been wearing it for quite a while, all winter. So that's his little Minion hat. And I made that, and then I have 2 nephews that are my brother's boys. And I didn't have my other nephew's sizes, so I do now. But I had I know about what size to make them now. But I had decided for Christmas to make, because we were going to see the other 3 for Christmas. Well, there's 4 Ninja Turtles. Well, my son and the 3 boys are all pretty, similar in age, close in age. So I made all 4 of them Ninja Turtle hats. Each one got a different color. So this was Jackson's. He's got some crazy eyes, but eyes are not my, whatever. It's for a 3-year-old, and the other ones are little boys. They all like their Ninja Turtle hats. So, of course, I've got pictures and took pictures of them. But that's their little Ninja Turtles. They had purple. This one's the blue one, orange, and red. So they all 4 had their Ninja Turtle hats. And so those are past objects. And I just made literally all 4 of those within the last, I made all the hats right before Christmas. So within the last 6 months, 7 months, I made those. And I saw the funniest thing the other day, like a couple months ago. And I have a cat. I have 2 cats. I have several friends with cats, and I love them. I love, love, love them. Pam, love Nigel. He is the cutest thing. And everybody, my friend Paula keeps telling me, oh, let the cat in the video. You tell her to get down. Just let her in the video like Nigel. Let her in like Nigel. So, yeah, she's pretty adamant about letting me in. So I decided I found something I wanted to make. And it's really a practical joke, but I actually use it on my desk. I work from home, so I use it on my desk for my drink. It's a coaster. And yes, it is a cat butt. This is a brown variegated scrap yarn I had, and that's pink. Real light pink. It's hard to tell it's pink. But yes, that is a cat butt with some little feet and a little cat tail. And that is perfect size for a glass, a coffee cup, a small coffee cup, a pop can. That is my coaster. And my 3-year-old brings it up to me and says, ooh, cat butt. Yeah, every time he sees it. So I kind of put it away so it doesn't like yank my drink off my desk. But yeah, he walks up, cat butt, and sticks it in my face. So he loves the cat butt. He thinks it's hilarious. Those are retro items that I have. And I also, that's the finished ones. I've got projects I'm going to be starting. Obviously, I've got to finish the shawl. It's driving me crazy. It's boring. I want it done so I can wear it, and so I don't know how much longer I'd be able to wear it. Some days like today, it's like 60 degrees and 30-mile-an-hour winds, so it's pretty cool out there. But, yeah, when it was 80 yesterday, 76, something like that yesterday, it's crazy. Weather in Oklahoma, you can blink, and it's a totally different season. So I want to get that finished. I want to get my mom's poncho started, and I've got to get hats for donation. I was hoping to have one for this video that I was going to do today, but I just did not. I've been on the phone with my work this morning, so I did not get a donation hat done today. And then I'll start the handbrake cowl. Should be out here in the next day or 2. I'll be purchasing it so I can start with my new yarn. But hopefully next week I will get some more things so I can show you on the next video a whole bunch more that I'm working on or finished. But I do have... I've been watching the Knitting Den, and she talks about book talk or what's on your shelf, and so does Kay and Dan from the Bryony Bears, from Bakery Bears. Well, I don't really have books that I'm reading right now. I usually do read or listen to books, but I'm not lately. I do have something, though, what got me started, where I got my knitting items to begin with, which I went and bought my own needles. My husband's grandmother passed away 5 years ago, I believe it's been now. Just recently, it was 5 years ago. And I've got my stuff from her. They were going through her things, and her husband said, I don't need any of this stuff. So I got a bunch of yarn. I've got the yarn that's used for like doilies, like 3 or 4 skein things of that stuff. And eventually I want to try that, but I'm just not patient enough for it right now, especially with the little one. But I did get her a couple of needles she had. She had some straight needles, the long ones, the really long ones. She had a couple of those. I'm just keeping those for myself to have, that they were hers. And I got a bunch of pattern books. Now, when I say old, these are from the 40s and 50s. So this first one, price was 29 cents. This is from like 1958. And it's doilies. And I mean, it's got some gorgeous, like it's all black and white on the inside. The only part that is color is the outside, the cover, the front and the back. The rest of it's black and white on the inside. There's pictures, gorgeous pictures of doilies and stuff. It's just beautiful. And I've got another one. This one does not have a cover anymore, but it's doilies also throughout the book. It's just a whole bunch of doilies. And this one is bedspreads and tablecloths, like this tablecloth. Let's see. It looks like they're outside. I'm not going to put one of those on my outside table. I haven't put all that work. Those people are crazy. Hopefully it's just for the picture. I would not put something that beautiful outside on a picnic table, on an outside table. And then I've got, this is Afghans. It was a 50-cent book. The tag from Walmart still on there for 44 cents. It's Coats and Clark's and it was this one's from the 70s. So here's the front of it. And then there's some pretty neat, I mean, the same old patterns that we see. It's the colors that change. 70s colors. And then I've got, these are mine. This one is cool. It's called New Table Talk. It was a 10-cent book, and it was 1941. And that's the tablecloth on the front of it. Let me show you the back. Is that not cool? I was looking, thinking, oh, I could do something like this. It can't take that much. It takes a lot to make these. There's place settings with the table runner. Isn't that cool? It's amazing. There's the little motif they did for that one. It's just amazing that the people can, do this, to work with those. And here's one that's edgings, handkerchief edgings. A whole book of patterns on handkerchief edgings. It was 10 cents. It was back in like 50s, I think. And apparently Coats and Clark's, I don't know anybody to ask, but Coats and Clark's apparently was around. I guess maybe, I don't know if that was if anybody knows, let me know if that was a store or if it's just the brand of pattern like McCall's patterns or what that is, because I'm not really sure. And then this one is another bedspread book. Let me see here. I think it's just bedspreads and tablecloths. Yeah. That one, there's the bedspread on the front. And I think I had a great aunt or a great great aunt. I think it'd be a great great aunt that had a bedspread kind of like that with the pink flowery things that I think she made. She's been long gone, so I don't really know. And then this one is from the 1944. It is Star bedspreads, and it was 10 cents. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? And the yarn they use, which they don't have this, I don't think they have this anymore. It's Puritan cotton, but the brand is, let's see, they've got Puritan cotton and crocheting yarn or something like that. It's crazy. I mean, it's really crazy all the stuff that they've got in there. But yeah, I've got those. Whether I will make a bedspread ever, I doubt that I will make a bedspread. I would love to, but it takes forever. Now, I might make some doilies. I might make some table runners and stuff like that, but it's going to be when my little one gets a little bit older or I have more time, and that's like the big project I have on the needle, on the crochet needles. And the other thing I got from her, which my father-in-law, it was his mother, said that he remembers seeing this sitting by her chair for a long time, and they gave it to me as well, and I think it's pretty cool. It's actually a basket. Let me get it up here. It's got an eagle on the front. It's got little feet. It looks like a picnic basket, and it lifts up. And I've just got some burgundy yarns in there, and it's got like this pattern material, like the browns and the oranges, the little scenery, And then here's her set of knitting needles that are in there. And she had more, I'm sure. I got one or two little couple piece settings, and I'm sure she probably got rid of them over the years. But I've got that sitting in my room. I don't bring it out and put projects in it because my 3-year-old likes to stand on things, and it's just so old. I don't want him to tear it up, so it's in a safe place. So I can keep it for keepsake to pass down to my daughters, which would be her her great granddaughters, and then pass it down to their kids possibly if they decide to do any of this. But yeah, that's pretty much. I had some retro items. I had my past items. Is there anything else? Yes, there is. One more thing. Pam, I just wanted to tell you, oh my gosh, when I saw that you gave me a shout out on your video the other day, I was so excited. I felt like, oh my gosh, I'm a movie star. Pam's talking about me. Woohoo! You know. So I wanted to tell you thank you. I have gotten several viewers from you telling them, that you enjoyed my videos, and I'm so glad you do. That meant a lot to get your stamp of approval. And I've watched all your episodes, so I'm very happy and very impressed that you liked it so much. And like I said, thank you to everybody that subscribed. I think I'm up over 30 viewers now, 31 subscribers. So this is my 4th video, so I'm really, really shocked that went that quick. I'm just really shocked. But yeah, I'm going to start my other projects, and hopefully this will get me a little motivated. Now it seems like after I do my videos, I'm really motivated. So I will move forward, put this week in the past on the bad knitting. It happens to everyone. And be all giddy that Pam talked about me in her video, and move forward on my next projects. But I'd like to thank everyone for watching me, and I will be back next week, hopefully with a bunch of